Unlock your purpose, grow stronger every day. You're watching Personal Development TV, your one-stop place where change begins with you.
Hey everyone, I am Alex Grant. Welcome back to Personal Development TV. Let me ask you a brutally honest question. How many of you feel like you did everything right, but your life still feels wrong? You studied hard, you got the degree, you work long hours, you try to improve yourself, and yet somehow, in 2026, you're still broke, still single, still wondering when your life is finally going to start. Meanwhile, you scroll through social media and see people your age traveling the world, building businesses, getting married, buying houses, and living the life you thought you would have by now. And it makes you wonder, what am I doing wrong? Well, today, I'm going to tell you something that might shock you. The real reason you're still broke and single is not because you aren't trying hard enough. It's because you are following a rule book that no longer works. The game of life changed dramatically in the last 5 years. The rules of money changed. The rules of dating changed. The rules of success changed. And if you are still following advice from 2010, 2015, or even 2020, you are playing a completely outdated game. In this video, we are going to expose 5 powerful truths that explain why so many people are broke, lonely, frustrated, and stuck in 2026. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to escape this trap and start winning the new game of life. The old success formula is broken. For decades, society sold us a simple formula. Go to school, get a degree, get a stable job, work hard, find a partner, build a life. But in 2026, that formula is collapsing. College degrees no longer guarantee success. Millions of graduates are drowning in student loan debt. Meanwhile, people without degrees are building six-figure businesses online. The old system prepared people for industrial-age jobs, but we now live in a digital economy. That means many people spent 20 years preparing for a world that no longer exists. And the same thing happened in dating. In the past, people met partners through church friends, family, community, school. But today, people meet on apps. And those apps completely changed how relationships begin. But here's the problem. Those apps were never designed to help you find love. They were designed to keep you addicted. And that brings us to the first big problem ruining modern relationships: the dating app illusion. Dating apps promised us something incredible: access to thousands of potential partners instantly. But instead of creating connection, they created confusion. Because when people have endless options, something strange happens psychologically. They stop appreciating what they already have. Psychologists call this the paradox of choice. Too many options actually make people less satisfied and more indecisive. Instead of committing to one person, people keep thinking, what if someone better is one swipe away? This turns dating into a marketplace. People start evaluating human beings like products: height, income, looks, lifestyle. And if something isn't perfect, swipe left. The result? People are constantly comparing partners instead of connecting with them, which leads to something even worse: the situationship era. In previous generations, relationships were simple. You dated someone. You became exclusive. You built a life. But today, relationships often exist in something called a situationship. A situationship is when two people are emotionally involved, but not officially committed. No labels, no clear direction, no accountability. And millions of people are trapped in them. Why? Because situationships allow people to enjoy relationship benefits without responsibility. But they also create deep emotional confusion. One person may believe the relationship is growing. The other person may still be exploring options. And months or even years can pass without clarity. This leaves people feeling emotionally exhausted. And emotional exhaustion leads to something many people are experiencing right now: dating, burnout. The great dating burnout. Millions of people in 2026 are completely burned out from dating. Think about the typical experience. You match with someone. You start a conversation. The conversation dies. You start again with someone else. You plan a date. The date goes nowhere. You repeat the cycle over and over again. Eventually, dating begins to feel like another job. But instead of earning money, you lose energy. You lose hope. You lose motivation. Many people are not single because they cannot find someone. They are single because they are emotionally tired of the process. And when you add financial stress to this equation, the problem becomes even bigger. The financial pressure of modern dating. Let's talk about the money problem. Because the truth is, dating today is expensive. Dinner dates, transportation, entertainment, clothing, gifts. All of these things cost money. And many young adults are already struggling with rent, student loans, inflation rising, living costs. So dating becomes another financial burden. Some people begin avoiding dates simply because they cannot afford them. Others feel insecure about their financial situation. And financial insecurity can affect confidence. Confidence affects attraction. And attraction affects relationships. This creates a vicious cycle. People feel broke. Feeling broke lowers confidence. Lower confidence affects dating success. And unsuccessful dating reinforces the feeling of failure. But here's the powerful truth. Being broke and single is not always a failure. Sometimes it's a season of preparation. The hidden opportunity of being single. Many people fear being single. But historically, many successful people built their foundation during seasons of singleness. Because singleness gives you something incredibly valuable. Freedom. Freedom to develop yourself. Freedom to build your career. Freedom to grow emotionally. Freedom to discover your purpose. Many people rush into relationships before they truly understand themselves. And when two confused people enter a relationship, they create even more confusion. But when a person develops clarity about who they are, they attract partners who align with their purpose. And that leads to the final truth. The rise of intentional living. The most successful people in 2026 are not just dating intentionally. They are living intentionally. They ask deeper questions. What kind of life do I want? What kind of partner aligns with that life? What values matter most to me? Instead of chasing attraction alone, they seek alignment. Alignment in values, vision, lifestyle, finances, faith, purpose. Because attraction may start a relationship, but alignment sustains it. The people who are winning in love and life today are not the ones with the most options. They are the ones with the most clarity. If you are broke and single in 2026, it does not mean you failed. It may simply mean you are standing at the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where you stop following outdated advice. A chapter where you redefine success. A chapter where you build a life that aligns with your true purpose. And remember this, the right relationship does not rescue your life. It joins a life that is already being built. So instead of asking, why am I still single? Ask a better question. What kind of life am I becoming ready for? Because the moment you start building a meaningful life, you begin attracting meaningful people. If this message spoke to you today, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, do you think dating has become harder in 2026? And if you want more powerful insights on relationships, purpose, and personal growth, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because on this channel, we are helping men and women become the strongest version of themselves.
Unlock your purpose, grow stronger every day. You're watching Personal Development TV, your one-stop place where change begins with you.